and we are off to the races. So, first and foremost, before we get started, thank you everyone for joining on a Monday, right? No one wants to do meetings on Monday, but I am ready because it's a new week and it's a new opportunity to meet and talk to new people. So, couple housekeeping information items. Number one, we had a change to our logo. And so with the change of the logo comes what Swarovski is asking Touchstone Crystal to do as an organization. And so if you are referring to us as Touchstone Crystal by Swarovski, if you are referring to us as Swarovski, if you are referring to anything other than our crystals are pearls and our zirconia is Swarovski, please stop doing that. There is no issues with the company. There is no issues with our relationship. We are and will always be the direct selling leg of Swarovski, but Swarovski is taking a different approach to their business and they're going more high end. So they're kind of doing what Rolex did a couple years back, where they pulled out of basically um, every single partnership and everything and kind of just went off as a high-end brand. So this has nothing to do with the validity of Touchstone Crystal or your security in your business. This is just the direction that they're taking. And it's good for us because we're partners with them and they have poured into us with all these amazing new crystals and designers and all that good stuff. So pay attention to how you're using the word Swarovski and when you're using it. We are not Swarovski. Okay, we are Touchstone Crystal, and we don't need to say Swarovski because our jewelry is that great, and you guys all know that. That's why you're here. Next up, I posted a couple minutes ago about trying to work on spraying and praying in your VIP group. And for those of you who are new, I say spraying and praying all the time. I have a feeling that a lot of us get lost and we think that there's a great thing called Social Hub or a picture that you saw on the TC family group or something like that. And you want to take it and you want to drop it in your VIP group and go like this. Ooh, who's placing an order? Here's my ordering link, right? It doesn't work that way. So I really want you guys to challenge yourself to get those personal reach outs, go live in your group. Now is the time to show people all the new jewelry. We have a ton of new jewelry. I took an hour out of my day last Thursday and I showed every single piece that we have to offer. And I did that intentionally because people want to see all the new jewelry. They don't want to see it on a VIP group post. They want to actually see you hold it up and talk about it and wear it. So do something for your business this week. Go live in your group. I will promise you that your customers will thank you, right? Next up, we are in the second and a half week. Yes, there is such a thing as the second and a half week. It's the third week of the month, essentially. So that means we're halfway through. At this point, you guys should really be working on putting end dates on your parties. A lot of people like to have a party open the entire month. That does not push FOMO. If you don't know what FOMO is, it's, fear of missing out. You really want to push the orders, close on Tuesday at this time, and every day talk about when you're closing, why you're closing, what you're offering if you're doing a giveaway, all of those things. Just don't keep an open party thinking that, the little order fairies from above are going to sprinkle into your parties. It doesn't work that way. Okay. So really keep the excitement going. Always put an end date on your party, open and close a party. With a $600 party, guys, this month you get $300 in free jewelry. That is a ton of money. So just to get to $600 is an amazing feat. Get to $1,000, get $600 in free jewelry. Open and close a party. Don't keep one open all month long because there's no real reason for people to purchase in your party if you're not pushing a start and an end. Okay. Last but not least, if you are posting anything in your VIP group or in a party group or in any group and you're putting an ordering link, pay attention here. Do not post the ordering link in your post. Put it in the comments. So at the end of your post, whatever you're saying, you put in there, shopping link and comments, or ordering link and comments, or looking to place an order in this party, information in the comments. Direct them into the comments, because what happens is Facebook thinks that you are promoting another website that they need to leave Facebook for, and you're not beating the algorithms at that point. So less people are seeing your posts. And yes, there's a such thing as this overwhelming thing called an algorithm. Like, I am not a guru on it, but I know enough that if you're posting stuff like that, it's going to get it's wasted energy. And the goal of anything that you do in this business is to make sure that you are doing things that are making you money, doing things that are booking you parties, and doing things that are creating that customer contact. Okay, any questions before I move on to this amazing new world? Okay, so I am going to share my screen. Let's see what I have up here. Sometimes I'm like, what was I looking at before this? Okay, we are going to close this. We're going to close this, and we're going to close this. My computer gets very slow when I share, so just you have to bear with me. So I'm going to stop my share and talk to you. So why are we here? Why am I doing this training? What is going on? And what is the good news that you have to tell us? So here's the deal. We at Touchstone Crystal, I've been a part of many trainings, as you guys know, in the different family calls and stuff like that with Facebook groups. So I personally run all of my business through Facebook. I don't use Zoom. I tried Zoom. It didn't work for me, and that's fine. If it works for you, great. If you want to go in person, great. If you want to be hybrid, great. Whatever works for you works for you. But for me, I didn't like the platform of Zoom, and I liked how Facebook Lives worked better for me. And so in the wide world of Touchstone Crystal, we are told to open a group, invite your host, make your host an admin, and have your host invite all of her friends, right? So she's hitting the invite button feverishly, right? Let's see who says yes. Let's see who says yes. I just invited 600 people, right? This is the world that we've been living in. So that's fine and dandy until it's a Friday at 3:45, and your kid just got off the bus, and Facebook says, "You cannot do that, Jenna. You're in Facebook jail." Okay, so how do I run my business? And for those of you who don't know me, I quit my full-time job to do this full-time. So now Facebook is telling me that I can't work anymore, and I'm freaking out. So right away, I contacted one of my best friends and I said, listen, you need to open a group for me. You need to make me an admin. You need to turn off your notifications and write off into the sunset. Thank you very much. So at that point, she did all that. I was able to have a group, but I was basically put in jail for 10 days with Facebook. The next day, I had a meeting with a social media team of how to combat this whole scenario. So this is where you guys want to take notes and you want to pay attention as much as you can. My ADD kicks in, I get it. So this is what they told me. So I met with them on a Saturday, and I know this girl from just online. I don't know her personally. I just know her through a Facebook business group, how to like grow and develop and all that stuff. And so I reached out to her and I met with her and her partner and told her exactly what happened and where I was, and like, gave her the screenshots and all that. And she said, okay, so tell me this much. Why are you opening groups? And I told her the whole thing, just like I said to you guys. At Touchstone Crystal, you open groups for parties, you add people in, right off into the sunset, right? And of those parties, if you're lucky to get 3 or 4 people purchasing in that group and then moved over to your VIP group, that's a pretty good day, right? You have 25 people in there. You have like 8 people who bought, maybe 5, and maybe 3 of those people want to get in your VIP. So from one party, you're getting like 3 people to your VIP group, right? So they said, you are sprinkling yourself in groups all over the internet. And Facebook looks at you as a spammer. And that is why you got shut down. And so I've been talking with home office at Touchstone about this. And the head of our social hub has said a year and a half ago from COVID, when we started the virtual business, that people would start getting in trouble because they're opening too many groups. Because again, Facebook doesn't want you opening a ton of groups because you look like a spammer. So here is the solution, and this is exactly where we ended up. So they said, do you have a VIP group? And I said, absolutely, I have a VIP group. They asked me how many people. At the time, I had like 480 people. And they said, how many are you adding to that a week? And I said, in a month, not a week. In a month's time, if I add like 10 or 15 people, that's a good month, right? Unless I do like some big thing and I go into my Facebook profile and just add my friends that aren't in there yet. And then you get, 20 extra people that show up, right? So they said, what do you get out of your VIP group? And I said, well, I do parties in my VIP group every month. I open, self-hosted parties. I do giveaways. There are parties that I like to take the benefits in. And they said, okay, so these are people that have purchased in your parties before. They know all about the brand and they know that they like Touchstone Crystal, correct? And I said, yes. And they said, okay, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to start moving your parties to events. And immediately the light bulb went off because we always talk about sponsoring, bookings, and getting people to your VIP group. What if you can do all three of those things in one place? Stop sprinkling yourself all over the internet. Stop opening groups. Stop going in Facebook jail. Stop all the madness and do it all from your VIP group. Okay? So immediately I said, okay, I'm going to try this. And if you guys didn't hear from my last training, my first party was $2,300 by doing that. My point is not saying it's $2,300 like it would have been $800 in a group. I'm saying that nothing skipped a beat. It was a very solid party with a great host who invited people. And she was active, and I went live and all the things. So I'm going to show you in my Facebook group how we're doing this. If you guys have questions, hold off unless it's absolutely necessary, okay? And by absolutely necessary, if it is, that's fine. It's like, don't feel bad at all about it. I need to move this guy, I need to move this guy, and this guy. Okay, so I am going to go into my VIP group. I'm going to start from the beginning. If you guys have questions, unmute yourself. Like if I'm doing something and you need me to slow down, just ask it. But if it's like procedural things, how do I do this or where do I start? Let's hold off until the end. Can you guys hear me? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I've got this little pane over here and I can't see everyone because I'm doing this. So and you guys are muted. So here we go. So I'm going to go to my VIP group. And here's the thing. Your phone can provide you with different resources in creating an event versus what your desktop can do. You need both. So it's very hit or miss. It's very see what works in the moment. Sometimes there's a button missing on your phone, or there's a button missing in your VIP group on your desktop. I know you guys are like, what are you talking about? I'm going to show you. So if this is your homepage for your group, you're going to go to events. And we're going to do, you know what? I'm going to go over to, first I'm going to go over to our Sparkle and Sass group so I can do a test group. I'm not going to do a test group in my VIP. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to start an event. Setting up events, guys, are super easy. They don't take a lot of effort. They don't take a lot more time than doing a group. But I can tell you the one kicker that sucks, and I'm going to say the word sucks, is you cannot schedule your posts. You cannot use a third-party app, and you can't schedule your posts. So you need to be very diligent on when and how you post. So let's go home to Sparkle and Sass. And I'm sorry, this is what happens when I share. It's slow. So you're going to go to events. What profile am I right now? Okay, I need to be my profile. Please shut this down. Here we go. There we go. I'm interacting as myself. Okay, so now I am going to create an event. You cannot create an event in your business profile. So let's see, did that button move? There we go. Events. It's not there now. Jamie, I see you're on here. Am I missing something here?
Did you change to personal
Yeah,
instead of business?
yeah. So I'll go to my, okay, so this is what happens sometimes. You'll be in a group and you want to go set up an event and you can't do it there. So I'm going to go home to my main profile. You guys have to know these different troubleshooting methods because there's going to be times that you can't open an event and then you're going to go, "Oh my God, where do I do it?" You can always do it in your regular profile and attach it to a group. So I'm clicking on events and let's see here. Line events, create a new event. Okay. So I am going to create a test event. And again, I apologize for the delay. Event type. So we're always going to go Facebook Live. So this is an online event. It's a general event. I'm going to name it test and I'm going to start it. So when I do my events, I always start it right when I'm opening it and I'm always going to give it an end date. So I'm going to give it the end date of when the party closes. In Glam Central, when you set up everything, you give it an end date. Let's say we're going to end this on the 20th at midnight. Let's go to 11:45 p.m. and end it. Privacy, going in one of my groups. When you do this in the group, you don't have to do that there. So let's see. Able to find this. See, this is okay. This is why I'm in Facebook jail. Good luck finding Sparkle and Sass. Let's find this. Hang with me, guys. Sorry, I have 700,000 groups. That's why. Sparkle and Sass. Any questions so far? Anyone totally confused? Go ahead and chime in. Okay, so I'm going to do this I'm just going to do it here in my shop group. I'll delete it quick enough. Okay, so it's a test event. Next, I'm going to click on Facebook Live. Okay, I don't need an external link. An external link is if you had like a Zoom event and you want to put that there. Other is just if you don't want to add anything and it's just your specific things. Like if I do a Zoom event here, like you can do a Zoom event here, but typically when I set up my Zoom events with you guys in Sparkle and Sass, I do it there just because it's easy to put that. But we'll go Facebook Live. We're going Facebook Live for all of these. Okay. So it's going to tell you this every single time that all this happens. You just say, got it. That's going to populate every single time. Okay. So next up, it is going to say provide information. So when I, as a consultant, want to set up my parties, I have, I don't know if you guys can see this, in the notes section of my phone, I keep scripts. I keep my descriptions for my Facebook groups. I keep thank yous. I keep scripts for my hosts. Everything is in my phone, so I can copy and paste and send it. So start doing that now, and you'll save yourself a ton of time. So this is just going to say test, but it's going to say blah, blah, blah. We're partying here all week for Jamie's party. Here's her ordering link. The party closes on X day at this time. Follow my posts all week, and this is when I go live. End of story. Okay. However you want to put that. So next up, it's going to say invite all of your friends. I'm not going to do that because I don't want anyone to see that. So we're going to ignore that. And then I can add a custom picture. I use Canva. It's free, super easy. I have, here is what I do. This is what I made for all of my parties and I just adjust it. Super easy. So when it says like upload a picture, I just upload this. Okay. I made that myself. It took 2 seconds. It's not difficult. And so where are we going now? Let's move this. Close that. Hang tight. Now, if I could close this, that would be great. Here we go. Okay, we're back. So here we are. So I'm not going to invite anyone here. And then I could put something here, upload here. You could choose an illustration however you want it. Okay. So then all of a sudden you have this event. Okay. It is going to post in shop, blah, blah, blah. So this is if you can't get it in your VIP group, you can do it on your main page, etc. So what is going to happen now, I'm going to leave this page because I'm going to go into my VIP group and I am going to show you, here is my upcoming event. So this is what I've had, this is what I've had for the last week. Let me see. Open, open, open. Okay. So here's the glory of an event. And I love this so, so much because when you go live, it populates as the header picture in your group. So anytime someone misses out on that, they're right there. Okay. Hey, here's my video. And I love to, here's how I set this up. We are partying right here all week, blah, blah, blah. Here, I'm going to move this guy over here. There we go. We're partying here all week. This is the details that I just bypassed before. And then in the beginning, you can create a post. And if you hit these three little dots, you can pin a post. By pinning a post makes it basically the announcement, but it's different in a sense that announcements right now in groups get a little fuzzy. And so this is front and center, right in their face. And guys, like anything, I've posted all week long. I post for 5 days leading up, talking about our jewelry. And I'm scrolling right now. There's a little delay. Talking about our jewelry, talking about who ordered, all the things, right? Why this brand is amazing. A follow-up post after the live, talking about how to order. Simple, 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 but it's all in one place. And now here is what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to stop my share here. This is what I'm going to tell you. Your hardest part in this entire equation is getting your host to get people to your VIP group because it's a shift. Remember, you're going to say like, hey, Robin, I'm so excited. We're having this party, blah, 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 but we're going to do it in my VIP group. And here is how I've been spinning it. I have said, we're having a party in my VIP group because Facebook has really been difficult to work with lately, and it has. And I'm going to tell you this from this is not me talking about Robin right now. I had 2 hosts last month go in Facebook jail. 2. And so in the middle of a party, they couldn't thank their friends. They couldn't push their friends to order. They couldn't do anything. And so by putting them in your events keeps everyone safe. Your event is your hub. Okay. And so what I love about it is think about this. Let's say Robin is hosting a party and she invites 70 people, right? The invite button, invite button, invite button. There's nothing personal about that. But with events, you're pushing your host to have personal reach outs. So like I showed you before, you're going to put a script in your notes and save it. And I can share mine with you after this. But it basically is just saying, like, you're all set up, blah, blah, blah. Here's your script for your personal reach outs because you're going to have to get your girls into my VIP group knowing that there is an event for me in there. Okay. And so there's just a copy and paste. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I say here, just so you know what I've got going on. So I say, and I have to find it first. So I say, here's the script. Hi, I'm having a Touchstone Crystal Jewelry Party and I wanted to extend the invite as I know you all love all things sparkle. Here is the group link. Just click to join here and it's your VIP group link, okay? Once you join, it's going to ask you whose party you're attending. Please add my name so my jewelry girl knows to add you to the party. It's a full week of fun with a quick 20-minute live portion on whatever. If you can make the live, if you can't make the live, don't worry, it's replayable. My party closes on this date at this time. And so what you're going to do in your VIP group is now you are going to ask questions. Go into settings as the admin of your VIP group, and you're going to set up questions. You're going to set up the first question. If you are here for a party, who is your host? And then second, if someone invited you, who is the name of the person who invited you? And third, what is your email address? I promise I won't spam you. I'm making sure you're not a robot. And essentially, you're going to take those names and that email and you're going to put it in your back office in Glam Central because you just got someone, right? And I like to keep, just like Jamie and I have been working on this together. I like to keep a list of whoever's party it is with the people that sign in their names. Now they can bypass the questions, guys, and they could just try to join. It's your job to click on that person and see who they're friends with. Okay, never let anyone into your group unless you know where they came from. So click on their name and see if it's with Amber's party. Oh, that's Amber. So I know to put that on Amber's list. You've got to do a little manual work and when you're not in groups, but it's easy. And then you just invite them. You go into the actual event.
So what you're saying, Jen, is they have to come to your VIP group before you could put them
Yes.
on the event.
Yes, I'm going to show you right now. We're a little slow here. So then you go to, you're in your event that you've created. I have to scroll all the way up. Sorry, guys. You're in the group. And if you go and hit, this is the link to your event if you need it. All of that's right here. Then you can, where's my invite? I usually invite. I do my
It's right
inviting
there.
on my,
Right
oh,
there.
there. Thank you.
Edit.
So then you invite here, okay? So say someone showed up, they're now in your group, you can invite that. If they're not a friend of yours, sometimes you can't invite, but you can do it on your phone. I'm telling you, you guys have to do this on your computer and you have to do it on your phone. So I could go into, and I'm going to show you right now, if I'm in my event, the same event on my phone, I can hit manage, and I can't see you guys here. So I'm going to open this so I can see you. Here we go. Okay. I am going to hit manage. There's a little button over here, manage, with like little hardware. You're going to click on that, and then you can click the invite button there. So if you click manage, then you hit invite. It's the same one now. You then invite that person that just signed in to your event. Okay? Additionally, I do welcome posts in my group, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing because you're going to welcome them into the group and you're going to tell them where your party's at too. Okay. So let's see. Let's go home here, get back in my group, and just stick with me. You guys have to, this is one of those things that conceptually it sounds good and you're going to like it, but you have to go in and tinker with it and do it yourself to understand exactly what I'm saying. So here we go. Down here, this is my main group, my main VIP group. I'm out of events and I'm going to go down and this is the other thing before I get there. When you go live in your VIP or in your events, it posts into your VIP's main page. That is a huge thing because there's all these people who haven't hosted a party or who are looking to buy, and you can post in there. This pops up, and you're going to have a lot of other people watching, which is great. It means you're only expanding your business. There's my daughter. Sorry. So I always do a welcome post here. I had all these people join. If you go into your members, it's going to tell you to do this. It's super easy. This populates on its own. And I'm just saying, if you're here for these parties, here's the link to that event. Although I've added them to the event, I'm still giving them another way to get there. Okay? So now let's talk. This is where you have to set up events. You have to try it and to feel it. And I'm telling you, the greatest things in the world of business come when you're a little uncomfortable. When you do something that's not the norm, you're a little nervous to do it, but I promise you, in this situation, it's so beneficial because let's go back to the beginning of of this meeting. The goal is to get people to what? To join, to host, and to get to your VIP. You can get them to your VIP arbitrarily just by your host inviting them. Okay. Super duper easy. And then you're growing. Think if you hold 4 parties a month, you're going to grow your VIP group, guys, by like 60 or 70 people in 1 month. 1 month. Can you imagine? There are people that haven't put 60 people in their group in a year. That is a huge, huge addition. So right now you've got people coming in. You're going to put them in the event yourself because you're going to know that, you know what? Renee just invited so-and-so. I know to go to that event and put Gina in that event. I know it because I watched her join my group. She told me she's with Renee. Or if she didn't say it's with Renee, I went and looked who she's friends with. She's friends with Renee. So I know to put her in her party. Okay? What questions? How do I get the link for the event to post? Okay. Thank you, Jamie. I love this. Jamie has, if you want to practice stuff, feel free to join my Try It Here fake group. She has it in the comments. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to share again. In your Facebook, I'm in my group. I'm going to minimize me because I don't want to see me. If you go to your members, Facebook gives you this little thing here. And it's taking a second. Bear with me. Here we go. Okay, so right here. And you can only do this on your desktop. New members this week. So I'm going to go and write a welcome post. I'm not going to do it because otherwise I'm going to miss it. And I don't want to test on it because I actually do have to welcome them in a bit. But if you click this, then it literally populates, let's welcome so-and-so to the group. And I just take the link from the party groups and post it there. Welcome to the group. If you're here for Renee's party, here's the event. All events have the links if you go to manage. It's simple, simple, simple. I promise if you guys can open a group, you can do this. It's just a different way of doing it, and getting people there is key. Okay, so your goal when you do this is to be super open and super connected to your host. And I actually find that this platform is better because you're really working with your host to get the people there. And I like to tell my hosts that getting them their inviting is the most difficult thing that they're going to do outside of creating their wish list. Their
Jenna,
only job is to get people there.
Jenna.
Sure. Yes, go ahead.
So I'm confused. I asked the question already. So are they your hostesses providing you a list of names?
No. No.
Okay.
You are
Well, I'm
not.
getting confused on how you're getting them from VIP group into event.
Okay. So your sole job, Charlotte, is to create a script for your host, and it has a link to your VIP group. You're going to say, hey, Robin, I'm so excited for you to have this party, blah, blah, blah. I'm giving you the link to my VIP group where we're going to host your party in my events. This is what you're going to say to the people that you're going to personally reach out to via text or Facebook Messenger. Hi, so-and-so, I'm having a party. It's in this group. I'm just paraphrasing. It's in this group. You're going to provide the VIP link. If you go into your settings in your Facebook group, there's an actual area that you could pull the link to your VIP page.
So it's basically the same, but instead of setting up a separate group, you're having the hostess invite them to your group, then doing the event and sending them to the event.
Yes, 100%. And by doing it this way, you're growing your VIP group by leaps and bounds. By leaps and bounds. Guys, I'm at 520 something people in my group. I can tell you if I did this last year, I would be over 3,000. Easily over 3,000. And your goal is, if you're spending time in your VIP group, you want to make sure the time that you're spending is making you money. And so these people that are joining, it's not as easy as hitting the invite button. So these people are ultra interested in what her friend is inviting her to. Because it's not like you're just clicking and it says, Robin invited you to her Touchstone Crystal party group. And you're like, okay, right? This is, you
But
have to get into
so
a group.
you can still do your scheduled posts, then you're just doing them in your
Nope.
VIP. You can't, not in your
You can,
VIP group.
you cannot, you can schedule posts in your VIP group. You cannot schedule posts in your events.
No, that's what I meant though. They're already coming to your VIP group, so they're a part of it. So you can still set up scheduled posts.
Oh,
It's just
totally.
not going to be specifically to like that individual hostess's party. It's to everybody,
Exactly.
but you're doing that anyway. So they're going to get the benefit of seeing that.
Exactly. And then the great news is when you go live in your event, here we go, events. When you go live in your event, let's get to that page. Your live will, like I said earlier, you're going to actually hit in a post. Here we go. Sorry for the delay. Again, it's when I share my screen, it does this. Here, I'm going to show you on my phone. When I go live, see if I'm doing everything. We'll do this. I am doing everything on my phone. I am in the event for Amber's Touchstone Crystal Jewelry Party. I went live Friday. But look, it's giving me the option to start live video. This is how you're running your party. That's it. Okay? And so when you hit start live video, it will go and run in your VIP group. It will post here, and every single person in your VIP group is going to see it. And then when it's done, it posts up here. So anyone who missed your party, your live, it's right there. Literally in my wrap up post, I'm like, did you miss my live? Look up, hit the play button. It's right up top. It's super easy to find. Like you don't have to do all the things that you used to do to, show them where it's replayed. It's right there. So another thing that's great is if you have an iPhone in your posts, you have the ability, I'm going to do test here. You have the ability, so this is a test post in that party group, to tag every single person in that post. This little blue thing here, I can hit tag people, and everyone in that event, whether they're my friends or not, I click. So every single event post that I'm putting in that page, I am clicking on that person. So they see it. And you can do your notifications in any events. You can also tell them to change their notifications, just like we tell them to change their notifications in groups. So it operates the same way. It's just you're bringing them into a very lucrative area. Your business is all part of your VIP, right? This is your brand. This is who you are. So why sprinkle yourself all over the internet when the main bulk of your business is sitting in one area? Stop doing it elsewhere. You're wasting energy, you're wasting time. And I can tell you the majority of the people who have purchased from you are not in your VIP group. They're not in there because they showed up in a group that their friend added them to. You asked them, hey, thank you so much for your order. Do you want to join my VIP group? Right? That's kind of how we do it. They don't want to do it. They're done with you. They've spent their money. They're done. Move on. This is a way that you can take your customer from a customer to a host to potentially a sponsor to someone who follows you and works with your business long term. Okay? What other questions? Is this confusing? Anyone
So
confused?
I am, of course, I'm always confused.
It's
So
okay.
if you tag them, or I mean, if you are saying this and it pops into your live, do you say something at the beginning of your video like that everyone in your VIP's
Yep.
group is seeing it and that
Yep.
it's specifically for a certain party?
Yep.
And then
So
how do you
Jackie, I'll go
differentiate your
live
audience?
and I'm like, hey, we're here for Amber's party. I'm so super excited. It's been a full week of posting. If you're part of my VIP group and you're seeing this, hang with us, ask questions. I'm here for you as much as I'm here for everyone else, kind of thing. That's all I do.
So they can only see the live video. They can't see the other posts and things you did in the event because they aren't in the event.
Exactly. They're not a
Okay.
part of that event, so they can't see the scrolling posts that you've spent the last couple days with, but they're in your VIP group, which means that they've attended a party, right? But now you can start
So,
talking more and educating them, like, this is a Chanel necklace. Remember, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden they're going to be like, oh my God, I should have bought that Chanel. I can tell you, I've gotten 4 orders from my lives from people in my VIP group just this past 2 weeks that aren't a part of any of those events, but they're people that saw those lives and they're like, oh, okay, I need to get X, Y, and Z. You're just staying relevant.
can they comment if they're in the VIP group but not the event? Can they comment on the live? So then how do you let that hostess have those orders, or do you
They
private message
ordered
them?
elsewhere. They ordered elsewhere. They went to my
Okay.
my ordering link, and at checkout they chose my party.
Or if you're trying to help your hostess because she's having a crummy party, you could give her those orders, correct?
100%. Yep. You
And
have the ability
how
in
do you
any
post
world
the
to take
ordering links
orders
then?
and put them wherever you want.
Yeah. So how do you post the ordering links then to differentiate, or how do you,
So
because I'm just afraid. I know when I had my launch party, um Rebecca's mom, which I know the whole family, and it was fine. She actually accidentally just ordered on Brenda's web, her
yep,
website.
yep,
So I didn't get credit for her order. And then Marianne,
yep.
wink, wink, ordered something from my party. So, I mean, it was no big deal. And Rebecca, but how do we avoid that happening?
So this is what I open everything with where they can order. Okay. So this is in the description. Amber's party. Here's her link. It's in the description. My first post, and I've pinned it, direct ordering link. And then in every single post I have direct ordering link. Direct ordering link.
From your previous comment before, should you put that ordering link in the comments now, or in events, does it not matter?
Okay, so when I am through with my event and I've gone live, and I'm making you guys dizzy right now by scrolling, I take this post. I always do a thank you post. I tag everyone that's in it. I thank them for spending time, the link to the online catalog, the party link, the customer promo, where they can find sales items, how to get a hold of me, reminding them of our jewelry when it closes. I take this, I copy it, and I paste it in the live event that posted in the actual group. So I have to go back into my VIP group. I can't get there from here. I have to go back into my VIP group. And it's easy to do this on your phone. I'm just delayed using this on a shared screen through Zoom. So I go back into my VIP group. I've copied and pasted that. And then I find my video that just posted, and literally in comments, I'll go into comments. Let's say this is it, and I'm going to post it. It's simple.
Okay.
Super simple. Okay. And I have to say this with, before, and I'm going to say this because this is who I am. Before everyone takes 4 steps ahead and tries to troubleshoot, try it. Because this is what I did. Jamie and I spent like a weekend of like calls back and forth and texts back and forth. And have you tried this? Have you troubleshoot that? Blah, blah, do all these things. Okay. Before you're 12 steps ahead of yourself, just do it in that moment. Try it. Okay.
Can you try it?
There's no right or wrong way to do this. I'm
Can you
learning
try
with,
it so that they don't see your video? You know what I'm saying? Can you block that video from going to your VIP group so that you can just do like a test with a couple friends? Like you're saying, just troubleshoot and try it
if
out.
you're in events, Jackie, it's going to post to your
Okay.
VIP group.
And you can't
Regardless.
block that. Okay.
But there's no reason, you don't need to test it. If you know how to do a live video, there's no reason to do a test.
Okay.
What other questions? This is just, so I'm going to say this with, like me cheering in the background. I mean this. Guys, it's just a shift. So remember, Touchstone Crystal is an in-person business. Okay? And our organization showed up 2 months after Touchstone Crystal went virtual. 2 months. Okay? So our organization is primarily virtual because that's kind of all we know. But we're working in a virtual world according to how Touchstone Crystal has laid it out. Touchstone Crystal wants other ideas. They want different ways of doing things. They're watching people that are doing it different. And I took the opportunity with Jamie and I'm shifting because I want to grow my VIP group. I don't want to go into Facebook jail. And I want a concentrated area that I can run my business and not sprinkle myself all over Facebook. And so this is what I am doing with my business. This doesn't mean you need to do this with your business, but I can tell you that the way that Touchstone Crystal is set up, it's not going to withstand itself because of Facebook cracking down on people opening groups. That's the only reason. So in this case, you can't go on Facebook jail, it's your group. You could spam people in your group, it's your group. So, but when you open a group and it's open for 2 days and you start tagging people like crazy, then they're going to put you in jail because they're going to say, what are you doing? Who are you? And why are you doing this all over Facebook, right? So instead of dealing with that in the long term and dealing with your host getting thrown into Facebook jail and you getting thrown into Facebook jail, this is a very good opportunity to grow your VIP group, grow your brand, grow your business, and put it all in one place. But you have to tinker. There are things you have to do on your computer versus things that you do on your phone when you're setting up events. But once you're through all that, I make all my posts. Jamie does hers on her desktop primarily. I do mine for my phone. I'm posting all day long in events on my phone. Super easy, all my graphics. If you guys haven't done this yet, please do it. In your pictures, do you have a library of pictures? Do you have albums? Does everyone have albums? Please make it easy on yourself and open albums. I have Touchstone Crystal IRLs. I've got Touchstone Crystal verbiage. I've got Sparkle and Sass stuff. I've got all these different folders, Sparkle memes, all these things. Make it easy on yourself. House everything in your phone or on your computer in folders, but don't recreate the wheel every time. And that's the greatest news. Once you have one party, guys, you can copy and paste from the last events because here's the greatest thing on earth. Your events are stored. So if you look here in your events, in your VIP, past events. So you can go in there and pull your posts and plop them in. Pull your posts, plop them in. So truly your first party in events is new. You're recreating the wheel once. And then you could tweak it as you go. If there's different sales or whatever, if there's new like items, like a new catalog came through, you can sprinkle those through, but you don't have to recreate it, which is awesome. You can keep all your posts, guys, with pictures in your notes. You can put an entire party in your notes. Did you know that? You could save pictures, verbiage, all the things there. So after this, once I hang up and I post this Zoom replay, I'm gonna put my my script that I give to my host when she's booking her party and starting to invite people. I'm going to put that there. I know Jamie probably has one. Jamie can help out with that. But as we go through this, it is trial and error. You guys are something's going to pop up. Ask a question in Sparkle and Sass. Okay. We'll troubleshoot it together. I hate saying this. We're all in this together. But it's new, it's exciting, it's different. Everyone's going to have questions, different things pop up. And it's a little shift from what we were doing. It doesn't mean you run your parties any different, doesn't mean you go live any different. It's just a different platform of presenting your party. It's in a different area. That's all it is. Your hardest thing is getting your host to get the right amount of people there. And always shoot for 20 people, at least 20 people in every party. Some of them have like 7. I'll cancel a party. I'll cancel a party unless she can guarantee orders. And always ask your host, guys, this is another thing. We forget about this. If someone books a party with you, send them a catalog. Hey, are you going to go see your neighbor this week? Are you going to see your parents? Are you going to work? Here's a catalog. Go get some other orders. Let's get you the most amount of benefits possible on top of your virtual party. Always send a catalog to your host. This is a tiny little thing in our business that we miss. So many people want to page through, right? They want to dog ear the page. They want to put post-its on what they like. They want to add everything up. Sometimes that's hard in the virtual world. It's hard for them to see everything. Paging through a virtual catalog isn't like paging through a catalog. Okay? Any other questions? Siri.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so back to if you have to create the event through your regular page, will it show up on your regular page?
No. So
How does it not?
you can set up an event in the actual page on your desktop, on your phone, in the group. If all else fails, because sometimes there are days that I go to set up an event in my VIP group, the button's not there. Like create event button is gone. Facebook does this, guys. Like I'm telling you, every day it's something different. You never know what you're dealing with that day. So there's just different ways that you can do it. Then you can go on your desktop in the events in that group, try to set up event. If all else fails, go to your main profile, click on events, set up the event, and it's going to ask you what group to post it in. Post the event in your VIP group. That's the only place that it'll show, and it'll show in your personal page, but no one else will see that. Okay?
Okay,
Jackie, you
I
had
have another
Oh,
question.
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. She can go.
Go ahead.
So when we do the event, I still am unclear how we actually get them from the VIP page into the event.
So
I'm unclear.
you're going to create questions to join your VIP group. You have to do
Okay.
this or it will not work.
Okay.
Question.
Okay, so to join the VIP, they have to have questions, answer
Yes.
questions.
Who
Okay, but then
invited
how do
you?
you get them into the event?
Okay. Who invited you? Who is your party host if you're here for a party? And what is your email? I'm not going to spam you. I'm just making sure you're not a robot. Your 3 questions. When you see it's for Sherry's party and you've already set up Sherry's event, because you're not going to tell your host to invite anyone to your VIP group until your event's created, right? Then you're going to put them down under Sherry's party on a piece of paper like I have right here. And you know that Robin is going to be at Sherry's party. So I'm going to accept her into my group. And after I accept her, I'm going to go into the event and I'm going to hit invite and I'm going to click on Sherry or click on Robin or whatever I just said. Okay. You just have to know to do that, because if you leave it up to them in that welcome post, hey, if you're here for X, Y, and Z party, they're not going to, it's too much for them. So you have to do a little more legwork up front than you would in a party group.
So then do they have to accept the invite into the event?
No,
No,
because
that automatically puts them in there?
yes, they're in there
Oh, nice.
and they're going to be marked as invited. Go in there and mark them going. You click on them in members and mark them going, and then they're in there. You've done it all for them. Okay?
Okay, okay.
So super, super, super easy. I promise. It sounds like a lot. It's not. Just all you have to do is keep notes. That's my water that just fell. All you have to do is keep notes. And once you keep notes, after getting them in that group, that's it. That's the hardest part for you. And then you're back to normal. You're back to normal. Everything's the same. You just can't schedule a post, which kind of sucks. But here's the kicker, guys. You could have 1 host for that day. You can have 2 hosts for that day. You can have 3 hosts. You could put them all in the same event. Right now, I have a co-hosted live with 2 party links because I don't want to go live twice. Why not go live once? Right? Yeah, Sherry, seriously. Work smarter, not harder. So I've got 2 party hosts that are like, well, why are we together? And you know what I said? I said, because there's going to be so much more engagement and this is going to be fun. And guess what? The host that does the most, I'm going to give an extra gift to. They're like, oh my God, that's amazing. What if I give them, a stretch bracelet? What if I give them, a charm? They don't care. They just giving them something. They're super excited. So, or you pay their shipping at checkout. Super easy. So you can mess with this. You can have 5 hosts at once. Have a mega event with a bunch of hosts. It would be super fun to do stuff like that. So that's the great news of events. And then here's the other thing, guys. You have a VIP group that we're missing the mark, and this is what this team was telling me. We're missing the mark in terms of utilizing what's amazing in our groups. If you see, there's a million different things in your groups that you can use. Albums, files. Why don't you put in files? Put the ring sizer, right? How many people are like, I need a ring sizer, I need a ring sizer. It's in the files. Put it in files. How about guides? How about in albums? Pull all of the YouTube videos that we have. There's a billion Touchstone Crystal videos. Put them in your albums. Post them there. Post them in guides. Take all of the new pieces and put together an album of the new pieces. You can pull all of those off of Amy. Super easy. Post all the pictures. Then you make your VIP page a one-stop shop for everyone, right? Once you start doing events, then you know what? You go live. I have the entire new line. I'm going to go live Friday at 8 o'clock. Make an event for it. When you make events as opposed to posts, people will attend it more so than when you just go live. Give them time to plan, give them time to be there, and you get more out of your business. And that's what I love. When I talk to this couple, they're like, your goal is to grow your VIP and host parties all on the same page. You're going to have it all in one location. You won't sprinkle yourself. You don't have to worry about Robin's party that was a year ago, about you going back and going, I have a new catalog, right? Forget those party groups. You don't need them anymore. Get everyone into your VIP to start with and have them determine if they want to stay or not. Okay, any other questions? I hope this was beneficial.
One more.
Yeah, go ahead, Sherry.
All the way back to the beginning. You said not to use the word Swarovski. Are we not allowed to say these
No,
are
no, no. You can
Swarovski?
use the word Swarovski. We are not Swarovski. We are Touchstone Crystal. Our crystals are
Okay.
Swarovski, our pearls are Swarovski, and our zirconia Swarovski. We are Swarovski's direct selling line, but we are Touchstone Crystal. Okay?
Okay. Just not by Swarovski.
They wanted us to take it off, but yes, we are technically by Swarovski, but we rebranded ourselves.
We're not supposed to say that.
Correct.
Okay.
Like people are like, I'm giving away a free piece of Swarovski jewelry. No, you're not. It's Touchstone Crystal. Okay?
Can we
Okay, so
still
what about
say-
my tablecloth that says by Swarovski? Can I not use that anymore?
Keep it. Look at what I've got
Okay.
back here. I'm not getting rid of it.
Okay.
Okay?
So can we still say though that the crystals are made by
Yes.
Swarovski?
You want to. You want
Yeah,
to.
I mean, yeah, because that's why I joined. I mean, so
Exactly. We all did. We all did. And nothing is
yeah.
changing. It's just branding.
Right.
We are nickel, lead, cadmium free. We are hypoallergenic. We are made with all Swarovski crystals, pearls, and zirconia. And we are Swarovski's direct selling line. That's it. They're our parent company. Okay? It's a shift. It's a shift in what we say. You can say all that. We're just not Swarovski. We were never Swarovski. But I think that got away from us. Okay? Anything else, guys? Does this make sense? Are you guys excited? It's a totally new way to run your business. Stop sprinkling yourself. Keep it in one place. Have control over all of that. As questions arise, post in the group. We'll get through all of it together. But guys, seriously, I'm so excited for every one of you because we all have bad parties, right? But why not have, and take this with a grain of salt, why not have a bad party by still promoting yourself to your audience? You can go live in a group and get 0 orders. Guys, I have $0 parties every single month. So don't think that we're all having $2,300 parties every time. We're not. But what if you could go live and everyone sees you? So that's another thing. Think of what you're going to do when you go live because you can't do your party presentation the same way every single time. Maybe you talk about trends every party. Let's talk about necklaces. I'm going to show you a couple bracelets and all that, but I'm going to focus on necklaces this party. And maybe the next party you talk about like wrist parties and you talk about everything else on the side, just so your VIP group sees a little different version of yourself every time you go live. Okay? So do yourself a favor. Subscribe to this, try it, work on it. You're going to fail. Fix it. right? Try it. If it doesn't work, try it again. If it doesn't work, try it again. Just shift. On top of that, stop spraying and praying in your VIP group and show everyone the jewelry, guys. Go live. Do an event. Schedule an event in your VIP group. And even if you have 5 new pieces and that's all you have, go rock those 5 pieces. People are visual people. They want to see you. We're all voyeuristic humans. We all want to see people on Facebook. We all want to see people on Instagram, right? This is why we're online. So remember to start running your business the way that you want to consume it, the way that you consume things online. Okay? Any other questions?
I just have one question. So would it be a good way to test this then to open an event to show the new pieces that I do have and then just invite everybody in my VIP?
100%.
And then just, yeah, because then if
Jackie, every time you do anything in your VIP group and you're going live, always set up an event and invite every
Oh, okay.
single person. Every single time.
Even if you're just posting a little, oh, hey, look what I'm wearing today, and it's like 10 minutes. I mean,
Yes.
2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you can sporadically go live. Go ahead and do that. But remember, we're
Oh, okay.
scheduled people.
Right.
So if you're trying to get something, schedule an event. If you're doing like a new product giveaway party or something like that, with $1,000
Right.
party, you have $600 to give away. Like, go get a self-hosted party and give it away. But go live. Have everyone, at 8 o'clock, have a sparkle happy hour. There's a million things you can do, and that's the greatest part about events and going live.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm a little confused, but it's exciting. And this is recorded so we can go back and watch it 100 times if we need to, right?
1,000%. Anyone else? Okay. I appreciate all of you. This is recorded. I will post it as soon as it converts. Have an awesome week. Challenge you to go live. I challenge you to stop spraying and praying, and I challenge you to convert your groups to events. And if you have questions, please post on our page, okay?
Thanks, Jenna. Thanks, Jamie.
You're welcome. Thank you all. Take care.
Thank you.